Hello, welcome to the newspaper review. My name is William Sabule, and today is the first day in the month of July. Yes, we've gone past the mark of half of the year, so it's a new month. Happy new month to all our viewers, and thank you very much for staying with us up to this time, joining us every single day for the newspaper review. We really appreciate you. Today I've been joined by Mr. Victor Sioku.
Yes,
welcome,
happy new month.
Happy new month.
So how was the first half of the year to you?
Well, it hasn't been too bad, if not for some of the very terrible stories we've heard in terms of insecurity, kidnaps and all of that. That has really elicited fear in the minds of people. And also, for me, I've actually imagined what the 2023 general elections would be. But with all of the drama that has been unfolding, well, I believe it will be a great year, and it will be a very decisive year election-wise for Nigerians. So, well, I'm very hopeful for us. And how's yours been?
Well, I'm really bothered about the food security of the country, because you find out that everything has just gone so high. Okay, and when food is expensive, it affects every other walks of life. And it is the rainy season. We're expected to go back to the farms. But what is happening in Imo State, what is happening in Anambra State, then we will not start talking about the far north. That tells you that next year we will still be facing same or deeper problems with food security in this country. And it's
we hope it gets better. All right, we welcome you once more again. We'll go straight to taking the headlines across newspapers around Nigeria. Well, that will be after the short break. We'll come back with the headlines on the newspapers. You stay tuned.
Have you registered for your permanent voter's card? I mean, your PVC. There is a Nigeria we all seek, a place where love, peace, security, and unity can reign supreme.
Waste no time. We want a country where peace and justice will be the order of the day.
Unfortunately, there's a problem. One big challenge this generation has to solve.
Our country cries for help every day. We need able and capable hands to lead and direct.
These capable hands can be you. Have you gotten your PVC? Have you registered for the ongoing voting process? Don't say your vote does not count. Yes, it does.
Have you gotten your PVC? Your apathy towards Nigeria's electioneering process will further inhibit our collective growth and development as a nation. Your refusal to participate and engage will keep us at a standstill. So be intentional.
I have my PVC. Your votes, your voice would go a long way in preventing absolute destruction of this country and the future of our children, the hope of tomorrow.
The 2023 Nigerian elections are just around the corner. Go out and get heard. Don't forget, your vote, your voice. This message is proudly brought to you by Thav Media Limited.
All right, welcome back from that break. All right, we'll go straight to taking the headlines on the newspapers. And if you'd like to join us, do well by subscribing to this channel. Click on the subscribe button, and also don't forget to click on the notification key. It helps you to get notified whenever we come online again. All right, we'll begin with the Vanguard newspaper for today, the 1st of July, 2022. And the top part of that paper says, Borogo, slain Catholic priest, buried in Kaduna. We also see there, Okorocha Uzodima's fight, tears APC National Working Committee apart. That story you'll find on page 11 of the Vanguard newspaper. We also see here, ASU, take personal charge of negotiations. Varsity VCs tell Buhari. All right, moving on. The headliner here on Vanguard newspaper says, subsidy expert rage as deficit hits 580 billion naira in February as oil revenue slumps by 36%. Recurrent dominates federal government's expenditure with 80%. High crude oil price now a curse. Experts speaking there. Also on the Vanguard newspaper here, we see VP slot. Atiku moves to douse tension, vows to unite PDP. That story is on page 7 of the Vanguard newspaper. Also on the headline here on the Vanguard newspaper, we see terrorists kill 20 military personnel, 7 mobile policemen, orders in Niger. Dozens, including 4 Chinese, abducted. Governor Bello orders security to rescue victims alive. 2 policemen killed by gunmen in Enugu. We've started defending ourselves in Benin. In Birningwari, community leader speaking there, and that story is on page 7 of the Vanguard newspaper. So do well to pick up a copy and read up the details of that story. Meanwhile, Mr. Victor, you know, the issue of insecurity has seemed to have come to look like it has become a thing that will never go away. I don't know, but it seemed to be on a constant rise. I mean, with this report about, you know, 20 military personnel and 7 mobile policemen killed, some were killed in Niger State, while some were in Enugu State. How do you react to the matter of insecurity?
Now, I think I would like to start with the background of Niger State.
Yeah.
Niger State is a blessed state in Nigeria. You talk about tin, there's coal, although coal is now called black energy, not well used nowadays in the science world. But you still have gold, you have silver, you have uranium. Uranium is hot cake in the world market, all in Niger State. Now, do you know that 20 out of the 25 local governments in Niger State, 23 has deposit of gold? This is why these bandits, just like Zamfara, they are more like interested, because with these natural resources, if they can lay hold of these natural resources, they can liquidate it to buy guns.
Yeah, true.
So even as illegal mining is happening in these locations, you find out that these bandits, they sponsor illegal mining so that from the proceeds they can increase their machinery and power.
Yeah.
And you know that this, without money you can't fight wars, because as it stands, this is a war.
Yes,
and they are looking for money. They are sourcing out money. Now, what happened in Niger State yesterday? Very painful, very pitiful situation. This happened at Shiroro local government area of Niger State. The Chinese were mining there, and these guys came and started shooting sporadically. So workers now ran away, but the soldiers with the company, attached to the company, came out and attacked. They also radioed the next city,
military base,
and they brought more help. But these guys were just too powerful, and I just wonder how we are they able to kill. Some reports are saying up to 30 soldiers. How come bandits kill up to 30 Nigerian soldiers that are well trained, including policemen, mobile policemen that were involved, and civilians? Okay, they also made away with 4 Chinese nationals and other Nigerians that are, I believe, are top officials at the company. So, what are we saying? Is it that we are helpless, as in that we can't do anything about this situation? How can a government, as in these guys are becoming, these bandits are becoming, they are having their own government in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And it seems that the government of today are more like they've lacked ideas. They don't know what to do again. These are human beings. They are not spirits.
True.
Even if they are spirits, Nigerian spirit should be able to fight over these minor spirits.
Yes, I agree with you.
We need to. In fact, for me, I do not have any faith with this particular government anymore, because right now they are packing their bags, as far as I'm concerned, so that the next government will come, even if it means the next government of APC or the PDP or Labour Party. But we now need a breath of fresh air, fresh ideas, and we need to go head on. But now you ask, are we going to just fold our hands and wait till May 29th of 2023? Why people are just dying? If soldiers can die this way, What about mere civilians that are not armed?
That are not armed, you know, and this is just the very sad story that Nigerians face at the moment. You know, time and time again we've said it that for a responsible government should be more responsive to issues like this. And over the years, we have seen that these security matters have grown from bad to worse. I mean, before it was just one, you know, maybe an isolated area of the country. Now it has gone round the entire country. Every region is now facing the heat of these attacks. Niger State, I grew up there. I left Niger State maybe sometime in you know, mid 2000 and all of that. It was one of the most peaceful and beautiful states I've ever had to live in my entire life. Very cool place, very hospitable, very nice. It's unfortunate that, you know, this is now happening there. I also served in Zamfara State. That was where I was posted as a youth corps member. And back then, you know, the stories were, oh, Borno State is on fire. There was, you know, Zamfara felt safe. But today, look at what's happening there. It just tells you that because we have an unresponsive government, these guys are having a field day. How about the military people? They are tired. I'm sure they are very tired by now. They are not motivated in any way. For over 20 military men to be gunned down the way they did, it just tells you that most of them have lost morale. It's either they have lost morale or they don't have the weapons to fight. Something we are not hearing. You know, somebody is not telling us the truth about this thing.
Yes.
And it has to be, I strongly believe that it is from top there. Because I don't get it how these things happen and nobody is responsible for it. The government will come and condole with the family of the lost ones, and next tomorrow we are back here again. It's very pathetic and sad. It just tells you how neck deep into corruption, into a failed system we're in. I mean, it's really sad. Niger State, our heart goes to all the slain, the families of all the slain soldiers. We hope that this doesn't happen any further. All right, moving on, we will take on the Daily Sun newspaper. And at the top part of that paper, we see here, Nigeria facing worst moment, says Otom. Atiku replies, Benue governor orders on PDP crisis, says actions being taken to address grievances. Details of that story is on page 6 of the Daily Sun newspaper. All right, moving on, we see CBN seeks direct subsidies, grants to real sector from EU. Details of that is on page 2 of the Daily Sun newspaper. And as the headliner here on the Daily Sun, we see bloodbath in Niger, Enugu, Plateau, orders. Gunmen kill Lieutenant Colonel, Major, Captain, 35 orders, 14 cops, 6 civilians, abduct 2 Chinese. Military liquidates scores of terrorists, 11 nabbed, 4,770 surrender. And that is the terrorists, the surrender. So details of that is on page 4 of the Daily Sun newspaper. Other stories here, we see INEC issues final warning to parties on deadline. Particulars of candidates. INEC issues final warning to parties on deadline. Particulars of candidates. Receives 186 requests for CTC of candidates. Buhari reiterates commitment to peaceful, credible polls. We also see here at the very bottom part of that paper, we see ASU strike. NSC mobilizes for nationwide protest. NSC mobilizes for nationwide protest. We also see prescription. IPOB seeks order of court to amend grounds of appeal. All right. Sadly, most of the newspapers also, carry the news of the killing in Niger State, which is very, very pathetic. But I want to move away from that story. Let's look at the issue of INEC and the deadlines to political parties for them to submit, their candidates' particulars leading up to the 2023 election. What's your reaction to that?
Okay, I'll first point out the placeholder candidate for Tinubu. Okay, Mr. Masare from Katsina State. Yeah. Shockingly, he came out to say that he does not have certificates. Yeah. That his certificates are missing. So, so he came, submitted, an affidavit to back himself up. So we already know in Nigeria how we tend to abuse, we over abuse the right of affidavit in this country. That in cases where you know that you can also go back and get a certificate or a support letter to your certificate, but they tend to usually use the court, knowing that it's very easy to just jump in there, get an affidavit and move on. So I also need the INEC. I don't know which body they need to use to also make sure that, okay, they have enough time, okay? So why can't they, as these politicians or candidates are submitting in their credentials, there should be a body to go and check their certificates, because Nigeria has been known for a long period of time now that fake documents are flying everywhere.
Very true.
So there should be a body to checkmate this. Yes, it cannot. What do you even need? You just need an auditing firm. Pay an auditing firm, and they will go and verify all these things, so that we will not be will I say, wasting time and spending lots of emotions and all that. So anybody that is not good, you just bring the person out, okay, and prosecute. Yes, they need to be prosecuted too.
It's true.
Okay, look at what happened in
falsifying.
Yes,
that's forgery.
Yes. Okay, look at what happened with Doye Diri now, as the governor of Bayelsa State.
Yes.
Okay, today now what has happened? Are we hearing any other news about it? There are many politicians that have lost their seats due to forged documents. What then happens afterward? No prosecution.
Yeah.
So yes, INEC is calling them, bring your certificates. Yes, some are dodging it because they do not have. Okay. Also, let me also shift a little bit to the candidate of Tinubu. Tinubu already, we are hearing that his certificates are also missing. That they got missing during the chase that happened in 1993 during the military rule. That they came after him, so he ran away, and his documents got missing. Okay, they vandalized his house too, from what he said. Okay, but just like the BOT chairman of the PDP, what's this man from Delta State? Bode George of Lagos State came out to say that he is so sure that Tinubu does not have a primary and secondary school certificate, and that got me would I say trembling and shocked, because a man of that caliber, how was he able to go through all the hurdles
of Lagos State
as a senator? Okay, so what are we even saying? These people, they also know how to go about this, but they just fold their hands and pull out affidavits. So we should find a way about it. Yes, and Nigeria has even made it so cheap for these people, because what do you even need to, what certificate do you even, just a mere school leaving certificate, you can get all these positions. Are you getting me? You must not, even to become a president of Nigeria, you don't even need a tertiary institution certificate.
Yeah, it's just
your school cert, your SSCE, and you are good to go.
Yeah.
They don't even care whether you fail all the courses, from what I'm saying. Just attempt it and you are good to go. Yeah. So, and we also know that this country does not need a mediocre anymore. You have to be up and doing. You have to have the mind, the intellectual know-how to carry on this country, because the country has so dilapidated. We are so backwards.
Yes.
So we need leaders that have been tested and also have what it takes to govern a country. See, oh my God, it's not just even, really a country is not just the affairs of the local politics and
no, it's not.
You have to go international, go and make deals for the country. So you need to be smart too. It's not just about your team. Yes. It's not just about having a very juicy team of intellectuals. You as the leader needs to be smart. Woo.
I agree.
So INEC, also I give kudos to INEC for the extension of the voter registration. And I pray our viewers out there, if you've not gotten your PVC,
please
go out now. You don't have to be waiting to another deadline. You've been given enough time to go out and get registered. If you've registered and you want a transfer, it is even very easy to make a transfer. If you just go to the INEC website, you can even make this transfer by yourself.
Yes. Yes, I agree. And I must add that to our viewers, just like you rightly said, if you haven't gotten your PVC, this is the time to do so. Thank God INEC has extended, the month of registration. It's no longer, it didn't expire anymore. It's been extended indefinitely. So you have a lot of time between now, I'm sure between now and the next 3 months to get your PVC and to register and also go out to vote. It's not enough to register. You have to go out and cast your vote, and cast your vote with your vote with a clear conscience, knowing the fact that we have been in a very bad place in this country. I'm sure it's affecting everybody, both the rich, the poor. There's no middle ground anymore. It's affecting everybody. So you have to take sides. Either you want to progress or you want to remain where you are. And I'm sure most of us, we don't like where we are now. So we have to go out and vote. So it's not enough to register. But first, start the process of registering for your PVC. Get it. And when it is time to vote, come out and vote. Don't be afraid. I'm so sure that this time elections will be more peaceful than it has ever been, because we need to change things. We need to make decisions for ourselves. All right, that's all we'll be taking today. Mr. Victor, I want to thank you so much for making it to the program.
Thank you,
and
sir.
to our viewers, thank you for staying with us. We will come your way again tomorrow with another set of headlines from newspapers around Nigeria. Do join us, and also would love you to participate. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms. We're on Facebook as Tap TV, on Instagram is TapTV_NG, and on Twitter it's at Tap TV. Here on YouTube, you already know it's Tap TV. You just have to subscribe and of course turn on your notification key to always get notified whenever we come online. Till next time I come your way again, my name is William Sabule, and this has been the Newspaper Review. See you next time.